Hey Bulldogs, what's going on? How are you? Another week has passed in quarantine, and I'm sure you're itching to get back and into some sort of routine. Um, but the good thing is, you can still be running during this time and improving yourself in other ways. And I just wanted to share with you this week about going the extra mile, what that looks like, and how you can do that during this time away. So, start with sharing a little bit about a sport that I follow in basketball, and some of the elite players when they go on summer break, because the NBA championships are in May, June, and then they have a couple months off, and then they resume the NBA. The beginning of the season starts in October. And so during that 2, 3 months that they have, a lot of players will spend time working on some aspect of their game, maybe a new kind of shot, a new kind of move, and they really spend hours and hours and hours during that time to come back a better player during the next season. And a lot of runners have many different ways that they can improve, and this is going the extra mile. And one of the things that I'm focusing on over this break is my form, and because I know the better my form is, the more efficient I'm going to be as a runner, and the more efficient you are, the faster you're going to be, and you can run at faster speeds with easier efforts if you can improve your running form. And so that's something I'm focused on. I actually started reading this book called Chi Running, and you can also find stuff online and videos about it. And it's just about good running form. And I always encourage my athletes to look at who the best people are in your field, and for us it's running. So typically it's the Kenyans, the Ethiopians, the East Africans. They're the best runners in the world, and uh, we should be looking at how they run. And there's so many videos online that you can check out, and just look at their arm carry, look at their foot strike, just their overall stride, their lean, meaning there's a slight forward lean in um, how they carry themselves, and all of those things put together make them light on their feet, make them fast, make them efficient, and those are things that we can work on to improve ourselves. So form might be one thing, but it also might be the extra mile for you could be just going out there and running a literal extra mile on your runs to be improving your distance and endurance, or it could be doing some of the small things like core, or you could be looking online for other videos of different strengthening routines. I was watching a video of Ryan Hall yesterday about you're stuck inside, you don't have weights, and how you can do body weight exercises to improve just muscle strength in your legs. And so there's all sorts of stuff out there. You just have to take that extra step to go the extra mile, and you know what you need to do. But again, the first step you have to take. Figure out what you need to do and go for it. Do it. Share a quick story to close. One of my athletes that I coached in the past that literally would run an extra mile pretty frequently was Tristan Stidham. And some of you have heard his story before, but his sophomore year, he started running, and he was a little bit, well, he's definitely out of shape, and he was in the back of the pack for junior varsity. So I did not expect to see the kind of improvement I did from him from his sophomore year to his senior year. But that sophomore year, he really put in some work over the winter after cross country season, and ran, I think, 4:59 or 5 flat in the mile, and that was his goal for the season. So he hit that goal, and then really trained hard over that summer, and was a varsity runner his junior year in cross country. And I just remember certain runs we'd come back, and the standard was pretty much running 9 miles a day. And so sometimes if we came back and just ran 8 miles, and I'd be like, all right, let's call it a day. And he'd be like, no, I want to get 9 miles. Like, that's what I'm going to do every day. And so he'd be out on the track running an extra 4 laps because in his mind that was going to be something that put him over the top, that led him to the next level. And whether or not it made a big difference physically, I don't really know. But mentally, doing that extra mile, I know, made him a tough runner. And he became as tough as nails, and he ended up dropping down to the mid 420s his senior year, and right around 16 flat for the 5K. So just made huge gains over 3 years, and all because he was willing to go the extra mile. So what's the extra mile for you? Think about it. Reach out to me. I'd love to hear how your training's going, what you're doing, how you're connecting with the team, and happy running.